Hi everybody, it's Doug. This is actually my second take. I did a full pick and gut on this, but honestly I found myself picking in circles, which I'll talk about while I'm doing the pick today. I knew I could do a faster pick, so I'm doing a retake. This is actually after picking and fully gutting. Our subject today is this beautiful Assa Abloy 334 B45 from the Chris Capune collection. And, whoops, I like that snap, so I don't want to, there we go, that nice snap. And the bitting is pretty tricky. If you'll notice that nice guard pin at 2 blocking you from getting to 3 and 4 and 5. So let's get this thing in the vise and begin our pick. Let's see if we can get you through and inside pretty quickly. All right, keep an eye on that tensioner because pretty soon you're going to see a false set, almost pretty, there we go. And then as I get deeper in, that false set will get deeper. So picking in circles. This is something that, I ran into with the Abus ADTI 50, I think it was, and came up with the term because what it amounts to is you'll get a pin, you'll move on to the next one, get it further set, a little deeper false, get onto the third pin, and end up losing your false set. It drops the first 2. Then you go back and start over, end up in that cycle, and really you feel like you're getting somewhere, but really you're just picking in circles, the same 3 pins over and over. And that's what this lures you into. And I think what is occurring there when that happens is an overset. So basically, some pins just lure you into oversetting, and once you do, you run into circles. So first of all, if you think you're not getting anywhere and you start to overset, you need to back off on your tension. And secondly, you need to stop rushing from pin to pin, because that is the other thing. You start going through the motions looking for that same response, and what you're doing is you're missing a subtle difference between a set and an overset. I am slowing down and I'm going to silence while I pay full attention to what's going on inside the lock. Okay, I can feel signs that I'm setting my way in. Yes. Alrighty. We are in. Let us begin the gut. And what I'm going to do for my own comfort is bring this a little bit closer. No matter where I put this, you guys are going to have glare. Alrighty, number one. Let's remove that screw. And out comes the core. Sorry to keep moving you guys around, but I think this will reduce the glare a little bit. Okay. Removing this piece. And we've got the key, so we will get that key in there, get it locked back up. Prepare it for a shim. Okie doke. Oh, duh. I'm not going to get a shim in unless I take those screws out. Got to remove the actuator, and that actually takes a slightly smaller screwdriver. One note with the actuator is keep an eye on what direction it is. When this is locked, it points northeast to me, that special component. Sometimes when putting one of these back together, I often actually just go back to my gut video just so I could see how it came apart. Okay, ready for a shim. Follower. And there we go. Okay, first of all, no zero lifts. Oops. 5 pins populated. You could tell this is my second time through because I'm just rushing along. Alrighty, and up to the Bible. Let's see if I can let you guys have a look inside as we're pulling them out. Okay. Pin 1. Whoop, out the back. Pin 1 is a spool. I'm going to show you these spools up close in a minute. These things are really beautifully machined. Number 2. Number 3, out the back. All right. Let's get 4 and 5 from behind. Number 6 is empty, and it doesn't even look like it's drilled large enough for a proper population. Number 5 is a spool. And number 4 is also a spool. I'll get you one of those springs out so you can see what they look like. Come on, spring. Let me back you up a little bit. There's a spring. So you get a look, it's stock, so I'm not going to have to get each individual spring for you, but here we go. So basically, all your standard key pins. There's your key to match the pins. Of course, now the pins are blurry. And these spools, every single one is a spool. And take a look, just those tight little end lips that like catch on the Bible as you're trying to go through that. Really, really interesting the way they make those pins. Love this Lockwood. Love the pick. Thank you all very much for joining me. Hey, if you haven't already checked it out, go take a look on YouTube for hashtag Doug100 stories. Some really interesting stories from people about how they came into lock picking. All right. Thanks, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed, please like and comment so we know what interests you all. And thanks, everybody, for joining me. We'll talk to you again soon.